Contrary to our expectation, the teams were quite evenly matched. Contrary to our expectation, the teams were quite evenly matched. Contrary to our expectation, the teams were quite evenly matched.
The games added many new things, such as breathing and a new bag system. The games added many new things, such as breathing and a new bag system.
These tea rooms often double as bakeries so that tea and pastries are enjoyed together. These tea rooms often double as bakeries so that tea and pastries are enjoyed together. These tea rooms often double as bakeries so that tea and pastries are enjoyed together.
They help students and researchers understand the order or chronology of historical events for a subject. They help students and researchers understand the order or chronology of historical events for a subject.
All of these scenarios increase the demands for modern refrigeration and manufactured ice. All of these scenarios increase the demands for modern refrigeration and manufactured ice. All of these scenarios increase the demands for modern refrigeration and manufactured ice.
When it moves all the way around the clock, the minute hand moves forward one space. When it moves all the way around the clock, the minute hand moves forward one space. An important example of the latter is spotting the partner during turns, especially free spins. An important example of the latter is spotting the partner during turns, especially free spins.
The inconvenient parts of camping never seem to bother them. The inconvenient parts of camping never seem to bother them. The inconvenient parts of camping never seem to bother them.
The position of a person is their status or responsibility in a community or group of people. The position of a person is their status or responsibility in a community or group of people.
You are a school teacher, aren't you? You are a school teacher, aren't you?
He claimed that his decision was because he was concerned for the orchestra's well-being. He claimed that his decision was because he was concerned for the orchestra's well-being.
I felt very sorry that I had put them to so much trouble. I felt very sorry that I had put them to so much trouble. I felt very sorry that I had put them to so much trouble.
Hi, I'm doing well, thanks. What can I do for you? That's a tough decision. Have you been looking at jobs in the field that you're interested in? That's true. A doctoral program would give you the opportunity to gain more knowledge and research experience in your field so that you can eventually get a job that you want. It definitely takes a lot of time and commitment, but it can be very rewarding. If you're not sure if an advanced degree is for you, why don't you try working in your field for a few years and then decide whether or not to pursue a doctorate later on?
Are there any buildings in your city, town, that you think are particularly beautiful or important? Describe one in detail and explain why you think it's unique or significant.
Explain how you would organize a surprise birthday party. Explain how you would organize a surprise birthday party.
That is a hard question. To begin with, everyone has different tastes and schedules. So I think that a good like a starting point would be to check to define what hour or what days would be better for the person who is receiving the party as well as for the guests. Most likely that won't happen on weekdays, so it could be on a Friday or on the weekend. Even if the say happy birthday party doesn't happen on the same day of the person who is turning years. Okay, once that is agreed, I would think of the food, which one is better for everybody. But I think that that is not really a topic of concern since if they all of them probably live in the same city, so they have a similar taste. Another thing to consider is if the people will like to have like strong heavy drinks, I mean like alcohol, or what kind of guests you are going to receive. Also, you have to think of the music and the hour in which the party is going to finish. The image, the middle, there is a man who is carrying a boat. The man probably is very strong and has been performing the same activity over the years. He seems to have experience doing that. He is barefoot. He is walking on the wet sand, and I think that he's picking up or harvesting something. I guess it could be plants, although there is a high chance that it could be also like some shellfish that grows just below the surface of the water. In the background, I can see many palm trees and probably a road. I'm not really sure about that one, it's hard to see. I can see the blue sky. The There are not like many clouds. The man is wearing a white hat, and I can also see some I don't know what to call that, but the boat is made of wood. It's a wooden boat, and I can see the reflection of the blue sky on the water and the shadow. So it's probably in the afternoon. It's about to be the sunset. All right. So when societies want to find harmonies, they have to balance what they are looking for. A big issue, I think, is that everybody wants to impose their viewpoint, so or to prioritize their own concerns and needs. Everybody thinks that they are right. So, in order to come to a balance, you have to get to a middle ground. You have to listen to others. You have to understand others, and you have to be noble enough to give them some space, right? So you get to a balance in which that harmony is found. I think that like being sure that the needs of people are properly covered it's important. I have heard that when the needs are not covered, people get more aggressive, more selfish, but it's not only about that, it's also about like teaching values and developing values and principles among people. So when they get to that point in which the needs are covered, they have that like moral or motivation to be nice to others. Okay, I will need a couple of seconds to get an answer for that. I think when it comes to senses, what we can think of is food, right? So I remember that there is one recipe that is called postre de tres leches. Actually, in English, they keep the same name. It's like, I mean, they keep the name in Spanish, and it's like a cake which has three different kinds of um, milks, to say it somehow. Is that they go through different stages, and the result at the end is very fresh, sweet, and tasty type of cake that I think is my favorite. But to be honest, I actually just remember that there is another type of dessert. Is tiramisu. That one is made with coffee, and contrary to the postre tres leches, the smell of the coffee makes it like more memorable, remarkable. And also because as an adult, I drink coffee every single day. So it's something that is very like representative for me. Not only the dessert, but the coffee. Like in many times, I have gotten some many. I have gotten some important achievements. Coffee made the way easier. Also, additionally, gotta admit that as a Colombian, coffee is an important part of our identities. And although Colombians are not like experts usually on how to prepare coffee brews, we are very good at producing coffee, quality coffee. So yeah, coffee it makes my day better. Okay, um, it stayed that memory has stayed in my mind over the years because it's not only about the dessert, but because I drink coffee like pretty much every single day. Um, to be honest, Colombians drink coffee even from their childhood, although it's not common at that age. At least we know the taste.